Hey, this is Netta. Welcome to my channel. My whole goal for this channel is to help you build a wardrobe in a style that you love so that you look beautiful and feel confident every single day. Because confidence is where it's at, right? It's what helps us get through days no matter what the day throws at us. It makes us, stay positive and productive and get all the things done that we need to get done. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stay tuned, hit subscribe, comment, like, all of the things. It means so much to me. So today I'm going to talk about a topic that I feel pretty passionately about. I know I feel pretty passionately about all of style, but I feel really passionately about cardigans because I'm always cold. I'm almost always cold. Even in my 50s, even in Florida, I'm cold, like 98.5% of the time. And so I've been known to keep a cardigan, like a cardigan you keep in the car, get it? I know that's so bad, but a cardigan, in the car at all times, usually an inexpensive one from H&M or whatever that I will throw on if I have to step out of the 95-degree outside weather and step into a store or a restaurant where it's like -55. I don't know why they make it so cold inside. It is so cold inside in Florida and hot outside. And so a cardigan really helps with that. I like to be warm. I like to be cozy, but cardigans can also be tricky. They can be tricky. They either fall into, it seems like, one of two extremes. They're either baggy and shapeless and frumpy and unflattering, or they're prim and proper and also unflattering because they're like, oh, look at me, I'm so prim and proper. That's awful, but you know what I mean. So like they can be one extreme or the other. Neither of those extremes are cute, neither of them are contemporary, and neither of them are flattering. I'm actually wearing one of my borderline cardigans today. This is from Tory Burch. It's a printed cardigan. I used to have like a real obsession with printed cardigans. I still really like printed knits, but this is a little too snug for me to wear as a sweater. If you hear planes flying overhead, that's because Daytona 500 is going on, and we've got planes flying in and out of our airport and over our house. So anyway, this is a little bit snug, so I wouldn't comfortably wear it like this, but this is one of the ways, if you've got like a fine knit printed cardigan in your wardrobe, this is one of the ways you can wear it in a more contemporary way, provided it buttons all the way. Okay, so let's talk about people who can wear any cardigan that they want. Yeah, there are those people that can wear any cardigan that they want, right? Okay, first of all, this guy can pretty much wear, he's the only person on the planet I think who can actually wear that cardigan. Not only is he wearing that cardigan, he's wearing it with pink pants and a printed shirt and a headband, right? Like, he's so hip, he can totally wear whatever cardigan he wants. If you're hip enough, if you're not hip enough to get this look, then you're not hip enough to wear that cardigan. And I fall into that category for sure. So that's somebody who just pretty much wear whatever he wants. People with, washboard abs, six packs, who like to show off their tummies, no matter what the climate. So sure, you want to wear a cardigan to stay warm, but if you don't care about that, you want to show off your tummy, you can wear pretty much any cardigan you want. Okay, people who look like this, and bonus points if you live in Brazil. This is a beautiful, beautiful Brazilian woman, and she's pretty much one of like only 3 people in the world that can pull off that cardigan and make it look as chic and as cute as she looks in it. Like, that's a hard cardigan to wear. She makes it look chic and beautiful. Like I said, bonus points if you live in an exotic place like Brazil and can pull something like this off. Another person who can pretty much wear any cardigan is like people who live on ranches and do horsey things. They can wear cardigans like this. If you live on a ranch and you do horsey things and spend time doing horsey things, you could probably get away with one of these cardigans. Also, if you're a Sundance catalog model, you could wear one of these cardigans. The rest of us, maybe not so much. Okay, are you 2? If you're 2 or maybe 3 or 4 years old and you've got chubby cheeks, you can wear a cardigan like this. Super cute. Like, you look adorable in it if you're 2. I attempted to wear a really, really cute cardigan from Free People that I thought was just absolutely adorable, very similar to the one this toddler is wearing. And my daughter, wisely a few years ago, told me, I like everything in your closet except for that cardigan. And she was right. It was on me. It was a grandma cardigan. It's either for a toddler or for somebody 122 years old. There was like no middle ground with that Free People cardigan. Loved it. Not for me. Taylor Swift. She can wear any cardigan she wants. She could wear a paper bag and look cute in it. But Taylor Swift totally can rock a cardigan. Even started a cardigan trend. That's how cute she looked in it. If you really like showing off your shoulder, no matter what the climate, no matter what the temperature, you just like pulling your cardigan down and show off your shoulder, you can pretty much wear any cardigan you want if you're going to just bare the shoulder, because like you're going to make it more flattering that way, right? So that's definitely one way to wear a cardigan. Are you thin and really tall with almost no bust? If so, you can pretty much wear any cardigan you want. If you're really thin and really tall and have very, very minimal bust line area, I mean, you can wear all the cardigans that someone like me, someone with a fuller bust, or somebody, you know, who has more curves or whatever, is going to have a harder time pulling off, right? If you have ninja DIY skills and you can use a bangle and a glue gun to turn your cardigan into like a really cute backward sweater or whatever they're doing, like in all the cardigan DIYs, go for it. You can probably wear pretty much any cardigan that you want. Now, the rest of us, we need parameters. We need guidelines. We need ideas on what works and what doesn't, so we can continue to wear this wardrobe staple and do it in a contemporary way. Okay. I'm going to play a little game here. This is called Cool, Not Cool. I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to show a video or a picture of a cardigan, and I want you to tell me if you think it's cool or not cool, and then I'll give you the answer. Okay? So first one is this chunky knit blue cardigan worn with a striped top, and you know, just really focus on the cardigan more than the outfit, but obviously the styling is going to help. So is this cool or not cool? I want to play Jeopardy music, but I think it's copyrighted. But you can imagine Jeopardy music in your mind. Wait for it. Wait for it. This is cool. Chunky knit cardigans that are cropped at the waist like this are very, very cool. So this is a great, cool cardigan look. Okay, next picture. This cardigan. This is a patterned like paisley cardigan worn over a striped top or striped, I don't know, tank or something. Cool or not cool? Listen for the music again in your mind. Cool or not cool? Not cool. This is a much more dated, a more mature version of what I'm wearing, which is a printed fine knit cardigan. And definitely when it's paired with a matching, and yes, I know it's like two different prints and you're like, ooh, print matching. No, that's not what I mean by print matching. Like that is just kind of a dated look, right? Okay, next one. Cool or not cool? Cool. Yes, this is cropped. It's a little bit boxy. It's a chunky knit cardigan. Very cool. Totally happening in style right now and very, very cute. Okay, next one. Cool or not cool? I'll give you a minute. Not cool. This is like I don't know how to describe this. First of all, it's very hard to wear because it's got so much going on, and it's not a very versatile piece, but it's got like different types of stitching and like a pointelle knit and lots of detail. And then it's like got a tie underneath the bust. Just all of these. There's just too much going on. This is not a cardigan. This is something else. I don't know what it is, but it's not a cardigan. Okay, next one. Cool or not cool? Give you a minute. Listen for the music in your mind. This is cool. Looks like the other two I shared, or at least like the last one I shared, the last cool one that I shared. So it's a little chunky. It is cropped, and it's got buttons down the front, a V-neck. Those are kind of the boxes that are being checked right now in cool cardigans. Like that's the cool cardigan we've been seeing for a couple of years now, and we're still continuing to see through 2022. So I hope you enjoyed this edition of Cool, Not Cool. Look for a similar game in my VIP group. If you have not joined my private Facebook group yet, I highly recommend joining it. It is the happiest, best place to get style support on Facebook. So it's linked in the description box below. We're going to do another one of these, and I'm going to go live and kind of share some cardigans and have you kind of decide what you think is cool and what you think is not cool. Okay, now let's get into the tips. Like I said, after a certain age, we want guidelines. We want parameters. We want to know what works and why and what to stay away from, right? So these are my strategies for wearing a cardigan successfully over 50. Okay, the first strategy for wearing a cardigan successfully over 50, number one, is to make it chunky. Now, a chunky knit is a lot more contemporary, a lot cooler, and a lot less dowdy or frumpy or matronly than a fine knit. It just is. Now, you have to find one that flatters you. It has to hit at the right length. It has to have flattering details. It has to have a flattering like collar area. You don't want a ton going on here if you don't have a lot of space here. You want it to hit long enough that it's not cutting you off at an awkward spot on your hips or at your butt or whatever, like any of those awkward areas. So you really want a chunky knit cardigan that is really flattering, and that's always going to be a lot more contemporary than a fine knit. So chunky knits are definitely where it's happening in style, and also just a more fresh and modern take on cardigans. Fine knits can definitely be aging. So if you've got fine knit sweaters, and I have plenty of them, consider retiring them, and stay tuned. I've got a couple of ways that you can tweak fine knit sweaters. This is one of them, but consider retiring many of your fine knit sweaters if you feel like they're making you look a little matronly, a little older than you are. Okay, second, this is the tip about the fine knit cardigans. If you're wearing a fine knit cardigan, tuck it in, belt it, or wear it as a sweater. So I've already shown you I'm wearing my fine knit Tory Burch cardigan as a sweater. There are other ways to style a fine knit cardigan to make it look a little bit more contemporary. I've done my wine knit cardigan with wine coated pants. Love that look. I think it's really chic and contemporary, but that cardigan is not super skin tight and stretchy like this one, so it works much better. So if you have a fine knit cardigan that you can button up without the buttons straining and trying to explode, then that could be a great option for a fine knit sweater. Another way to wear it that's really cool is to tuck it in. So tucking in a cardigan is a really cool way to modernize a fine knit cardigan. Another way is, this is called a Parisian tuck, when you take a fine knit cardigan and you tuck it in jeans like Hailey Bieber is doing here. Great look and a great way to update those fine knit sweaters. If you've got a couple that you just absolutely love, this could be a cool way to update it. Another way to wear a fine knit cardigan in a contemporary way is to belt it. So you can belt it and wear it over a midi skirt. You can belt it and wear it over like with leather pants. You can belt it and wear it with jeans. But belting the cardigan over the top can be a great way to update your cardigan, and especially your fine knit cardigans, and kind of make them look contemporary again. So fine knit cardigans, you have to style them. You've got to do something to them to make them look more modern. But just wearing them on their own or wearing them like layered over a dress or something like that is going to be instantly aging. Okay, number 3 tip. Make your cardigans long or short. Stay away from the in-between length. Stay away from the in-between length. Okay, so the cardigans that I showed you that were in the cool category were all cropped cardigans. They all hit right around the waist area or the high hip area. That short cardigan, that cropped cardigan look is a very contemporary look and is very much in style right now. The other end of the spectrum is also in style. So you can do a really long cardigan, almost like a duster, hovering just a little bit above your knee, at the knee, below the knee, depending on your height, depending on what length is going to be flattering for you, but it needs to be long. The same length that you would wear a coat or a trench coat. And not hovering somewhere in the middle around that hip area. Not only is that not a flattering place to draw a horizontal line for most women, but it's also just not contemporary and current right now. So you want your cardigans to be either long or short, not in between. Okay, update your twin set. That is the 4th tip on how to wear a cardigan over 50. Now, twin sets are very, very, very matronly looking and prim and proper when worn in a very classic way. They just don't look fresh. They don't look modern. They look very, very stuffy. So wearing twin sets where you've got a fine knit shell with a fine knit cardigan over it, whether it's a solid color or it's one of these kind of aging non-prints, I call them. I don't know what to call these prints, but they're just prints that are just not really prints. They don't really lend anything to the style of the outfit, and these items would be so much better in a solid. But these are definitely frumpy twin sets. So you want to update your twin set. Now there are cool twin sets out right now. Most of them involve like a chunky knit. Again, we're going back to the chunky knit over the fine knit. And they involve like a tank or a sleeveless style. Sometimes it's a halter style, sometimes it's a tank style, but it's a sleeveless top, usually that hits at the waist and sometimes a little shorter, with a cropped cardigan over it that's also chunky. So chunky sweater tank with a chunky cropped cardigan. That is the contemporary twin set. It's the older looking twin sets with the fine knits, the same color, the high neck, like all of those details that are going to be aging. Okay, number 5 is to try a statement sweater in a chunky knit. Again, we're going back to the chunky knit. It's always going to be better in a chunky knit. Everything is better in a chunky knit. But statement sweaters are a really big deal right now. I showed you that beautiful Brazilian woman in her statement sweater. That was beautiful on her. But statement sweaters can also be really, really tricky. As someone who loves a good statement sweater moment, I'm going to pop up a picture of my own pom-pom statement sweater. I've got a I've got statement sweaters. But the statement sweaters for 2022 are like the dad sweaters. I don't know how else to describe them, but they're like, I know what they are. They're like Mrs. Goldberg and the Goldbergs. If you guys love the Goldbergs, oh my gosh. I was so sad when that show ended because I loved that show. And the Goldbergs, that kind of sweater, but longer, that's what's happening. I mean, I almost want to say it's like that 80s over the top, overly embellished sweater. These are very hard to wear. I want to go back to the beginning of my video where I said if you're tall, thin, and small busted, you can wear anything you want. You're pretty much the only people, and if you're also 20, those are pretty much the only people that can wear some of the really over the top statement sweaters. But there are statement sweaters that can work for those of us who don't fall into that category. So, you know, I said avoid the fine knit statement sweaters. I used to love these fine knit patterned cardigans. That was my version of a statement sweater, but fashion has evolved, fashion has changed, and we need to keep up with it if we want to look contemporary. And, you know, at 25, 30, you can pretty much wear anything you want. But a fine knit printed cardigan like that is going to look generally a little aging, unless you go back to tip number 2, which is to belt it, wrap it, do something cool with it so that it looks really contemporary. Okay, so if you want a fun, crazy, over-the-top statement cardigan, this one from Farm Rio, again, helps to be 20, tall, flat-chested, all of the things. But for like a real life statement cardigan, I really like this one. This is an easier to wear statement cardigan. It's got a cool pattern, but it's not really overwhelming. So it's not just it's not a pattern with like puffy sleeves and applique. Like it's not 100 things going on. It's just the pattern on a chunky cardigan, and that can be a fun way to buy into the statement sweater trend without it owning you and wearing you, right? Okay, when you wear a statement cardigan, you need to pair it with something simple and essential and let it be the star. It needs to be the star. Like, you don't wear this cardigan and then add other matching pieces with it because it can look like circusy or clowny or whatever, you know. So we want it to be cool and chic, and to do that, just pair it with your essential pieces and you can't go wrong. Okay, the is tip number 6, because I'm on a roll. Don't match the cardigan to the top or the dress. Please. Don't match the cardigan to the top or the dress. So unless you're, 4 years old, or both of them are really neutral and really simple, otherwise don't match the cardigan to the top of the dress. So that's what I was saying. If you take a fine knit cardigan like my old Lily Pulitzer friend here from back in the day, and you wear it over a floral dress that happens to have pink in it, oh my goodness, you are adding 20 years to your age. I'm just going to say that is an instantly aging look. So do not do that, not even at Easter. Don't. Just add a jacket instead, a blazer instead, or do a chunky cardigan that's neutral, but wearing, and it's not even just a cardigan, like maybe even the jacket in the same color, like as the dress, and the pattern in the dress. It's a very aging look. So don't match the cardigan to the top or the dress. So that's what I call a granimals look. Just don't like this look. I mean, even on a little girl's dress like this could make a 4-year-old look frumpy. Like, it's not a flattering look, and it's not at all contemporary. So keep the cardigans neutral if you're pairing them with something that is colorful and has a print. Do neutral with neutral or neutral with color, and you can't go wrong. Okay, this is an example here. I love this cardigan, although it is a little ranchy, but look, paired with all neutrals, it makes it work so much better, and it makes it so much more wearable and also more contemporary. Okay, swap your W's. What am I talking about by W's? Okay, get rid of the waterfall cardigans and swap them out for wrap cardigans. So no waterfalls, just wraps. Now, waterfall cardigans are just not on trend anymore. They're not in style. They've got all that extra like drapiness and volume in the front, and they can be a little hard to wear. On some people find them flattering if you've got like tummy area you want to hide and you're not super short. Like maybe that waterfall cardigan has been a go-to for you, but I'm here to tell you that it is no longer in style. I had a few of my own. They're just not in style anymore. Instead, I suggest switching it out for a wrap style cardigan. Now, a wrap style cardigan is really pretty, really flattering, really chic, pretty classic actually. You can adjust the tie of the wrap to wherever you want it to be so that it most flatters your body, and it's just an updated way to flatter your body with a cardigan. So if you used to find the waterfall cardigans flattering, try a wrap cardigan instead and let me know what you think. Another cardigan I will tell you to avoid that is similar to the waterfall cardigan but really pretty much unflattering on everybody is the cocoon cardigan. Like these are the cardigans that have like little, I don't know what to call them, they're like little pockets or pouches on the side. Who wants all that extra volume around their body? I don't understand. I don't understand that. That is not a flattering cardigan, and it's also not contemporary anymore. So get rid of the waterfall and cocoon cardigans, replace them with a wrap style cardigan. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I love talking about the finer points of style with you and helping you make the best choices. So again, you look beautiful and feel confident every single day. If you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you found this helpful, if you want to see more videos like this, and just let me know your thoughts. Don't forget, hit the like button. It means so much to me. Hit the notification bell. It will let you know when I upload new videos every Tuesday, every Friday. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.